Hello, hello. Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Forex Mystery. Waiting from a few hours. Well, thank you for staying for the stream. So we're gonna do something different this week. What I usually do is I do a market forecast and a trade recap, and I film it, put it on YouTube. But this time I want to make it a bit more interactive. I want to test out this format. So we're gonna do my classic. Oh my God, we're getting a lot of momentum. This is really good. Crypto Nick, what's up, Crypto Nick? I think this is Tom. If I'm not mistaken, I think I recognize the profile picture. What's up, Abdullah? Abdullahi, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. So basically, I'm trading these 6 currency pairs, right? I'm trading these ones live. Let me reset the watch list. But I also want to cover these ones. So we're going to have gold, silver, S&P 500, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, Ethereum, dollar index, and US oil. So I am testing gold and the S&P for my entries, basically my trending entries. I want to see if they work on, well, basically the 1 hour chart, and with my trending entries just copied over from Forex to, let's say, gold and the S&P. Gold has been kind of choppy, so I haven't had a lot of success with gold. Yes, I made some profits, but it wasn't a lot of profits. So when you factor in the fees and the commissions and the missed trades, I don't think there is a big edge for my strategy in trading gold. But S&P, I found some really, really nice setups in my backtesting. So S&P was really, really nice. Has potential. Again, I still need to do a deep backtest on the S&P. Yes, Tom, glad to be here. Okay. So I recognize the screenshot. Sorry, the profile picture. Are you going to be live every single day? No. So once per week, I'm going to do it on my channel. And once per week, I'm usually on Trader Nick's channel as well. So basically, Trader Nick on YouTube, if you want to check him out. Usually my time is on Thursdays, and it is 8:45 EST. Okay, so Thursday, 8:45 EST. That's my usual time slot on Trader Nick's channel. So what my plan is to stream. Okay, my monitor just went off for a second. My plan is to stream on my channel once per week, and then on Trader Nick's channel also once per week. Maybe squeeze in an extra live stream here and there. But the classic times will be, I believe, Wednesday 4 p.m. I'm going to keep it at this time, and Thursday 8:45 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so that's kind of American time. HTP, love from India. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's get into the analysis. If you guys have any chart requests, you want to see any charts, I don't have to be live trading them. It can be absolutely any instrument that's located on TradingView. Make sure you put it in the chat, and I'll definitely cover it. Okay, it's really not a problem. If you have any questions about trading, psychology, trading journey, how to be full-time, can you be full-time, how long did it take to become successful, how much money can you make from trading, different income streams, just put it in the chat. We'll go through it. Forex Mystery from India too. Nice. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining the stream. Okay, let's get started. Euro and US dollar is the first one on my list. And I'm seeing some very, very nice momentum. Okay, definitely some very, very nice momentum. From my last video, which was on Wednesday, when I did the trade recap and forecast, nothing particular was happening. So basically we had kind of choppy price action, right? So I wasn't really interested in any setups. Yes, I'm trading the liquidity sweep. If anyone is interested, a liquidity sweep is basically a range bound entry, right? So I identify a range. I think I took one not too long ago. I think I took one here. Yeah. So basically, I saw the range, and then you're just looking to sell the bottom of the range and buy, not buy the bottom and sell the top. Okay, so price went into the lower liquidity, swept the lower liquidity, reversed, and then I basically bought on this candle right here. So that is the liquidity sweep. Abdullahi, Somalia, nice, cool. So you're guys like from everywhere in the world, very cool. I think I have some UK viewers. I know I have some US viewers as well. So nice to see traders from India and Somalia. Basically, we're all over the world, which is pretty cool. Power of the internet, I guess. Okay. Saw a V reversal here. Yes, I was looking for buy setups in this area because it was nice momentum, and it kind of went out of a descending channel. If you can spot it right here, descending. So usually after a descending channel, I do expect the price to go to the upside, okay, to start an uptrend potentially. That is what I want to see with this sort of price action. So I was looking for entries, but we never got a really high probability entry, okay. Unfortunately, this candle was still good. I was looking for a continuation entry or a break and retest entry. It is basically when price pulls back a bit, breaks the high, and then retests the high. But we got some selling pressure, and then we broke the high with not a lot of momentum. So that was kind of a warning sign for me personally. Price did continue with the momentum, as you can see in this leg, and finally in the big leg right here. Okay, Starlord is from Nepal. Nice, cool, very interesting. How many viewers do we have? 10? Cool, nice. If anyone else wants to tell us where you're from, we can then make a sort of a poll or a statistic. So yeah, I'm from Croatia. I live in Zagreb, which is the capital city of Croatia. It's near Italy, if anyone is interested. It's a small country. Okay, continuing with the analysis, Euro and US dollar, nice momentum, looking for buys. This pair is definitely going to be on my watch list. Absolutely. This looks absolutely perfect. These three legs, I know I was learning about these formations way back, like 3 or 4 years ago on forexsignals.com. They were talking about the three white kings or something like that. That was the formation, and it was basically this. So 3 large candles, blue candles going up with a lot of momentum. That is very high probability, very interesting to me. I'm a momentum trader. So what I'm looking for, I have 2 entry setups, okay? First one is a break and retest. Actually, let's cover the flag. Flag is the first one. It has the first high, first low, second high, second low. And it's basically looks like a flag. That's why it's called the flag. Has been used for decades. It's nothing new. It's nothing fancy. It's all the same entries. Everyone is trading the same entries, but with different names. Okay. Even ICT, like his concepts are basically just grabs of liquidity, and that has been traded for a very long time. So he didn't invent anything new. He just repackaged it and did some extraordinary marketing. Okay. If I wanted to learn one thing from ICT, it would be how to market things, because he's really good at marketing. Trading, I think he isn't a real trader, but he does know his marketing stuff. So basically all of the ICT concepts were just repackaged entries from way before. So I use the flag. Basic concept has been used for decades, as I said. And the break and retest has been used for a really long time as well. You're looking for a pullback, break of the high, and then a retest of the high. Okay, so this is what you're looking for. And then I enter with a fixed 10 pip stop loss. And also, if you're familiar with SMB Capital, if you know about basically the CEO of SMB Capital, or the owner, Mike Bellafiore is the name, I believe. In his book, One Good Trade, I'm going to put it down in the chat. Definitely read it. One Good Trade. He also has a second book, read both, and in one of the books I noticed that they trade flags. Okay, so basically they had their top trader explain the best and easiest and simplest concepts that they use at the S&B Capital to make profits. And guess what he explained? He explained the flag. Okay, he explained the flag formation. If you want to look at the flag in real time, let me show you a winning trade that we took. It looks very clean. It's very simple to execute. Just look for momentum and then you get in on a flag. See, this is the one. So large momentum, nice impulse. And then you have the first high, first low, second high, second low, and the blue candle is your entry candle. So everyone uses it, even the big prop guys, not FTMO, because FTMO is not a real prop firm, but like S&B Capital. Definitely check them out. They have a YouTube channel as well. They are real traders and they know what they're talking about. So I'm looking for continuation entries, looking for those trending entries on the euro and US dollar. And if you want to learn more about the entries and prior price action, definitely check out zentumtrading.com. Okay, so there are free mentors in there. You have Griff, you have Nico, you have me. Griff and Nico made huge amounts of money with prop firms, so they definitely know how to trade and what they're talking about. And you have, again, me. If you like my channel, you're going to like what you're going to see there. If you want to learn the setups, you want to learn the entries, and you want to learn the prior price action, which is the real trading edge, then check out Zentum Trading. The actual entry is not your trading edge, okay? Prior price action is your trading edge. So scouting for high probability patterns, scouting for momentum, that is called a trading edge. Actual flag entries, break and retest entries, liquidity sweep entries, ICT entries, that's all very simple stuff. And it's not what really makes you money. The entries just enable you to get in on high probability price action. But what is really important, where the real trading edge lies, is in the prior price action. Okay, and that is what we're actually teaching in Zentum Trading. We're not just recycling simple entries because everyone uses the same entries. We're actually discussing, breaking down high probability patterns in the prior price action. Okay, Mike Bellafiore is the author. Yeah. So Mike Bellafiore, One Good Trade, and also the second book is called The Playbook. Okay, so you have One Good Trade, and then you have the Playbook as well. Are you a GT student or Zentum? No, I run Zentum Trading along with my two very good friends, Griff and Nico. Okay, but both GT and us trade on solely the 1 hour chart. So that is why there is a similarity. We like the 1 hour chart, simple. You have the freedom of time, and it just makes things much more easier to handle. Adam, what's up, Adam? How are you doing? Recap on PMI numbers, please, and how to read PMI as confluences to pairs. Okay, so I do solely technical analysis, right? I only focus on the technical analysis. I do not do any fundamentals. Why? Well, I want to keep things as simple as possible. I don't want to overcomplicate things. I want to have only my phone and my laptop and the charts. That's it. That's how I learned to trade. That's how I built my trading edge, and that's how I made percentage in the past. So I do not look at news. I do not look at PMI numbers. That being said, if you want to take a look at the fundamentals, you should check out the Forex calendar. Okay, Forex calendar is definitely your best bet. And on Forex calendar, you're actually going to find an explanation of why certain numbers do or why something happens after certain numbers are released. Okay, so definitely go to Forex Factory. Go to Forex Factory and then go to the calendar. Check out the red high impact news events. I believe this is a news candle. I mean, it must be. Look how big it is. So I know just by looking at the technicals what is happening in the markets, right? I can visually identify a news candle. Why or how? Because it's bigger than all of the other candles, okay? Has a lot of momentum, a lot of movement. So I know how to spot news candles. And depending on what happens next, I know how to exploit news candles as well. Yeah, no worries, Adam. I mean, look, if you want to implement fundamentals with your technicals, I think it's great. I think you can have an even bigger trading edge than me because you're looking at two factors. Then you're looking at the price and you're looking at news. So then maybe you can build an even better trading edge. For me, I learned to trade on purely technicals and works for me. I like it. I like the trading style. I do not want to overcomplicate things. I do not want to just throw the fundamentals into the mix. So I am sticking to the technicals. That being said, Trader Nick has a really good tool called the Edge Finder. So check out Trader Nick. And that tool basically explains all of the news and explains why do certain news events push the price up or down. And you can even backtest some strategies with that Edge Finder software. So I have played around with it a little bit. It's very good. It's very cool. I personally don't use it. Again, I do purely technicals, but I know he uses it regularly and he makes a lot of percentage as well. All depends on what you like. Okay, continuing with the analysis. EJ is next on my list. Well, I was actually looking for a buy setup here. It's good that I didn't take it. Let me just check if I did remove the order. Opening up MetaTrader. Yeah, I deleted it. Okay. Oof. That could have been a loss, an unplanned loss. EJ, basically overall moving up. Definitely in an uptrend. I'm definitely gonna put this one on the watch list because it is looking interesting. I am seeing some potential. So from last Wednesday when I made that trade recap, we were kind of ascending right here as well. Then we ranged around a little bit, broke the high, showed momentum. So there was a continuation or break and retest entry right here. Okay, we have someone from the UK. Felisbella da Silva Caldas. Cool. C4 DDR, do trade full time? Well, no. I have other income streams as well. I'm not solely a trader. I do not make all of my money from trading. I also have other income streams that are more consistent month on month to actually cover my expenses. So I do not rely on purely trading to cover the expenses because if I did, I would not have a good time, okay? Because I have some negative weeks, I have some negative months as well. And let's say I have a negative month and then I do not have money to pay the expenses. What do you think will happen in the next month? Over trading, taking shitty setups, not following the plan, trying to make as much money as possible. That's not good for my psychology. I want to avoid that. So I have structured my trading because I'm a swing trader. So if I was a scalper, I would be able to pull it off. Maybe every week would be, or most weeks I would finish in the green. But as a swing trader, I want to have other income streams as well to cover my basic expenses. So I take off the psychological pressure of needing to make money for trading. Okay, so then everything that I make in trading gets either reinvested into my trading account, or I buy prop firm challenges, or I buy equipment for my YouTube channel. Okay, so other income streams for me are gonna be YouTube, Zentum trading, where we teach traders how to trade. It's gonna be affiliate marketing as well. I have some affiliates for example, Traders Connect, Trade Copier, DarwinX platform, FTMO. So that makes a bit of money on the side as well. But yeah, I like to have multiple income streams, so I take off the psychological pressure of needing to make money for trading. Has it improved my trading? Drastically. Okay, definitely. At one point, I was full-time trading, and it was not a good story, okay? Because every single week I was under pressure to take trades, take winners, make money, pay the bills. And if that didn't happen, it had an impact on my psychology. If you're just starting out to trade, I would definitely not recommend quitting your job. Definitely don't quit your job. If you can, for the first few years, don't quit your job, but have your job and trade alongside your job, either in the mornings or in the evenings. or you can even trade on the 1 hour chart like we do, and then you can maybe execute trades as you're working, okay? Because it's not really a lot of work to check the charts on top of every hour. I have this thing, and it basically buzzes 1 minute before the hourly candle close. I check the charts, 30 seconds. If there's a trade, I take it. If no trades, close the phone, get back to work. So you can do it. If you want to be a trader, there are a lot of ways to succeed. And you can even, once you have a lot of success trading, you can start a part-time job, right? Just to cover the basic expenses. Trust me, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have the basic expenses covered month by month. Okay. Forex Mystery is with Zentum. Cool. I don't remember the username from the Discord. Maybe you use a different username in the Discord. Not sure. C4DDR, do you trade on personal or prop firms or both? So I trade my personal account with IC Markets. I trade FTMO. I trade Alpha Capital, which I would not recommend. Okay, I would not recommend going with Alpha. They have been a bit sketchy. And I do DarwinX as well. So DarwinX is really cool, really nice. If you want to sign up, there's the link in the description, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna do a 5%ers challenge pretty soon. Just I need some money to hit my bank, and then I'm gonna be buying most likely 100K 5%ers challenge. So what I recommend in these current times is FTMO is always my number one recommendation, and the 5%ers. Okay, if you want to go with the Forex prop firms, if you want to do DarwinX, it's great. It's much safer than prop firms. You can build a track record. You can get live account analysis, and you can, in the end, attract investors as well. It's kind of a longer term game. It's going to take some months to go through the calibration phase and get some funding. But in the end, I think it's even better than FTMO and 5%ers. It's a long-term game, but it has a lot of advantages. Safer, it's regulated. They're not going to run away with your account and money. So yeah. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, so if you like what you're seeing here, definitely like the stream. It helps the algorithm. Thank you, Forex Mystery, for the shout out. Why before 10 minutes a candle hour close to look for entries? Not 10 minutes before, 1 minute before. Okay, maybe you misheard that. 1 minute before the hourly candle close. So for example, I am monitoring the Euro US dollar. See, this candle closes in 36 minutes and 20 seconds. So 1 minute before the close, I'm gonna look for an entry. So let's say in the next couple of hours an entry forms. I check the charts. I execute on the bullish candle. That's it. Close the phone and then wait for the next hour, right? So ICT Midnight, man, I'm from the USA. I wish I could trade FTMO. Yeah, I know. You guys are banned, but you can still do my funded futures. I believe that is the name. So there are some options for you, but the best options for you are not available. So FTMO 5%ers, unfortunately, you're not allowed. DarwinX, I think you can do DarwinX. I think US people can do DarwinX. That's pretty cool, and I would highly advise you checking out DarwinX. What do you think about Vantage? I had a friend switch from IC Markets to Vantage, and he said the spreads were super shit compared to IC Markets. So I would always recommend IC Markets. Always recommend IC Markets. I think Vantage is worse. Okay, their spreads are a bit worse, and you always want to have the best trading conditions. IC Markets, I never had an issue. I done a lot of withdrawals with them, never had an issue with the withdrawal, always came on time. So yeah. How does DarwinX work? Well, basically, so you get a 100K account, a 100K demo account, and then you trade it, okay? And then you need to pass the calibration phase. For me, I think it's going to take about 4 to 6 months to pass the calibration stage. It all depends on how many trades you're taking. But once you pass the calibration phase, then you're open to funding. Okay, so Darwinex can give you funds if you meet a certain criteria, and after that you're open to outside investors. So you're basically running a small hedge fund. Then you can attract, let's say, I don't know, someone in a whole other country can look at your trading performance and they can invest $10,000 into your strategy. Okay, and then you just keep trading. If you make money, you get a profit split. You get, I think, 15% of all the profits you make. So that is how Darwinex works. You're basically running a small hedge fund, right? So you're running a small hedge fund with Darwinex. You're attracting investors. Darwinex is funding you as well. And there are some traders on there that are trading like 400,000, half a million. I've seen some with even, I think, $5 million in funding, of investor funding. So it's really, really good. Hi, I don't like Darwinex Zero. Their risk manager is too intrusive, only suits certain types of trading. Yeah, so they have a specific risk management. And if you're risking 1% on your personal account, that doesn't mean that their engine is going to risk 1% for your investors. So if the risk engine decides that your risk is, or that your approach to risk is, let's say, too aggressive, they're going to bump down the risk of the investor. So maybe the investor's money, you will only be risking 0.1% per trade, even though you're risking 1% on your actual master Darwinex account. So that is how the risk engine works. Some people don't like it. I think it's a good thing. I think it is gonna attract a lot more investors than if they did not implement the risk engine, right? Because if they did not have the risk engine, then a lot of the traders would be risking like 2%, 3% per trade, and the investors would sometimes lose a lot more than they expected, right? So I think it's a good thing. How do you manage to not get overloaded with so many trading strategies? Which one do you suggest to keep focus on? You need to stick to one. Okay, so you need to pick one that suits you, that you like, and you need to just never quit. You need to persist, right? So I would recommend a trading community. You can check out Zentum Trading. Find the trading community that you like, learn the strategy, do the back testing needed, give yourself at least a year in that trading community to succeed. Put in the work and you will find success. Okay. If you persist, if you put in the work, if you follow the back testing, and if you stick to it for at least 1 year, that's minimum, you're going to find success. And that is the only way to do it. If every 2 months you're switching from one strategy to another, it's a recipe for disaster. So that's going to be a really, really bad option. Okay. Continuing with the market analysis, EJ, I was looking for a reversal here. Actually, I looked for a buy setup right here. What did I see? Well, I saw some bullish momentum right here. One candle pullback, price continues, breaks the high. The break was, let's count it, 7.2 pips. That's not really a lot. Okay, that's not really that much. But I was potentially looking for buy setups. In the end, I did decide against it. Okay, so at one point, I actually had an order on as well. 12 pips, like this. But then I spotted that this candle, according to my high and low methodology, broke both the high and broke both the low. So that's an indication of a range-bound market, right? That is a range-bound market indication. That is another added warning sign. When I combine the slowdown that I'm seeing here, this is really bad. This slowdown, you definitely do not want to see this slowdown. When I combine the slowdown and the break that is not that big, and this candle broke both the high and the low, this trade is not worth the risk. Okay, so I quickly did remove the order. when I spotted that this candle broke the high and the low. That was too many warning signs. Good thing I did. It would be a loss. See? Let's see, my 12 pip stop loss would get destroyed. Yeah. So avoided a loss. So currently I was looking to see if this candle, this red one, will be able to finish with a nice solid close. There is still like 28 minutes, so this can still finish with a solid close on the bottom, and then we can maybe look for reversal setups. But for now, this is not looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna actually remove it from the watch list. Currently, I do not like this price action. We broke the low, printed a huge wick, retraced. I'm expecting a range. So this is my forecast on EJ. Just a flat range. What do I want to see? I want to see this momentum that we had. I want to see that continue. Or this momentum, right? I want to see that kick back in again and then some nice buy setups. That would fit the plan. That would be high probability. But for now, I'm going to be more patient. Yes, there is a slight chance that this closes with a clean close here below. There is a chance, but I don't think it's going to happen. That is it for EJ. I think we have a question. Okay, when? Hi, Marco. Good to see your live stream. I have a question on my position, but I'm a swing trader and not sure this will be your expertise. I'm a swing trader as well. You can ask the question. I can do some analysis, but what I would recommend is that you stick to your own rules, stick to your own tested plan, and stick to your own strategy. Because if I tell you what I think and then you close a trade, it's not following your plan, right? So it's not called good trading. So I can do some analysis. I can tell you what I think, but I would say stick to your plan. If you want to leave the trade running, if you have data on it, if you back tested your approach, then leave it running. If you have a stop loss put in, take profit put in, leave them on, as long as they are built on a solid trading edge, of course, right? Martin Trading, I came late. What's your take on daily about the gap from Friday, Monday on Euro US dollar? Last time got closed big time. Well, the gap is closed if you're looking at this one. Yeah, I think you're looking at this one. Yeah, it closed. So basically, the thing with gaps is most of them close. Okay, and most of them close very, very soon after they happen, right? This one closed like one day after, right? So usually if you see a gap in the markets, you can expect that the price is going to retest that area and fill that gap, right? You can expect that to happen pretty soon. So that is one of the trading edges that you can use to make money in the markets, right? You can look for the close of these gaps. So if the price is doing this, you see a bearish entry right here, for example, you sell. Let's say you sell here and then you aim for the close of the gap. That can be a play. Daily, yeah. Not sure which gap you're referring to, but this one is closed. This one is closed. So yeah, I'm not seeing the big one that you're referring to. Maybe if you can write down the day and date of the gap, that would help. So I'm just going to go grab a glass of water. I'll be back quickly. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so Wen has multiple positions on almost all the JPY pairs, and I helped them for many months, so almost all of them are up 1,500 to 3,000 pips, but I'm fearful of the BOJ intervention. So you got in, I'm guessing, on the big uptrend. Right? You got in on this thing. Let me see. So maybe you got in here. Interesting. But don't you have a plan to exit the position? So how are you planning on exiting the position? Do you have a fixed stop loss? Do you have a fixed take profit? Are you using a trailing stop loss? Okay. I know you're afraid of the BOJ. So you're afraid of like a big news event. You usually trail. So just continue trailing. Okay. Have you backtested your approach? Have you tested at least the last 3 years of price action? If you have, then just keep following your plan. Okay, go with the trailing stop loss. What I recommend, what I personally do is, as the price is trending, and let's say I'm in a position from here, I just trail it underneath the lows, right? Swing lows. Then here, as the price breaks the high, place it here, and you get the gist, okay? So just trail the stop loss underneath the most recent lows. Continue doing it. You're up really nicely, even if there's like a big, yeah, the BOJ intervention is random and movement is huge, yeah, but you're in profit a lot. I mean, I don't think it's gonna move 1,500 to 3,000 pips on the BOJ. Okay, so I think you should be pretty safe. Just continue following the plan. It's the best way to do it, and you're looking at the large sample size. So you're not looking at just a couple of positions that you have right now. You're looking at your performance on a yearly basis, right? So, and in 1 year, you're going to take a lot of trades. These 2 or 3 trades that you have running right now, it's just basically it's a small amount of trades. You cannot view your performance on just 2 trades. My backtest shows BOJ could be 1,000 pips. If it happens, it happens, right? You backtested it, so surely in backtesting you had a scenario where the BOJ was coming, right? So, okay, maybe you didn't. That is the Bank of Japan, so you never know when the intervention will happen. Yeah, I get what you mean. For me, how I trade is I just stick to my plan, use the trailing stop loss, I let the market take me out, okay? Martin says, I don't feel a gap is closed until it closed in daily June 12th. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I feel like this week's news could reverse this pair big time. Yeah, for me, this gap is closed. What does it mean when a gap is closed? It means that that price level was retested again, right? And with this candle, this price level was definitely retested. Gap here, right? This was the gap. And this level was retested. Okay. Price went into it again. So for me, I consider this gap as closed and this one closed as well. We did EJ. Now it's time for the Aussie US dollar. And for this one, I was actually looking for a setup. I was looking for a liquidity sweep. Okay. I was looking for the price to take out these highs and reverse down. So I was looking if this next candle could print bearish. That is what I wanted to see. A big red candle like this. That would be high probability for me. Why? Well, because I saw a couple of confluences, Big range, big flat range, very corrective, very flat price action. Price taking out two major highs. See this one and this one. And a lot of selling pressure here and selling pressure here. So you can bet that there were some traders who sold here with their stop loss above, who sold here with their stop loss above this high. And guess what happened? They got taken out when the price hit their stop loss, right? So this area above, this one is very, very significant for me. Very, very significant. And I was looking for a big rejection. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Or maybe it's not unfortunate because I can then exploit this as a trending entry perhaps. But this is definitely not the big red candle I was looking for. So now I am no longer looking for liquidity sweeps. I'm looking for trending entries because I'm starting to see momentum print. Okay, definitely starting to see momentum print. This is clearly a new candle, but I want to see it continue. I want to see this. I want to see another bullish candle like this. Then I would look for a nice flag or a nice pullback, break of the high, retest of the high. That is on my radar, and that would be high probability, right? That is the game plan for the Aussie and US dollar. It's on the watch list because of the momentum. I like the momentum. Next one is gonna be, whoa, AJ, looking pretty good. It's looking pretty nice, actually. Is this an inside bar? Let me see. No, it's not. So if I took an entry right here, I would be stopped out. Yeah. I didn't even see this close. So basically, this kind of looks like a good break and retest or continuation entry. It's not really high probability, doesn't fit the plan 100%, but it is still interesting. I saw an initial impulse, pullback, break of the high with momentum. Okay, so push, pullback, push. That's good. That is high probability. What I don't like is this huge wick and this wick. So I don't like the huge wick and I don't like the small wick. If there was a clean close here, it may have been a bit more interesting. If this did fit my plan, I would have taken this on this most recent high. Okay, so I would take it from here because there is no inside bar. An inside bar is a better entry. It is a bit more refined. You get in on a better level, but there is no inside bar here. Actually, there is. This is an inside bar. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so my entry would actually be on the high of this candle. Yeah, like this. So this would be running in profit. Yeah, this would be running in profit. This would be running like almost 3% if I took it. But again, it didn't fit the plan. It's cool to look at trades, but if it doesn't fit the plan, then we cannot do anything about it. So for me, this huge wick and this small wick were just too big of warning signs. If this wick was smaller, I would have taken it. If this wick didn't exist, yeah, that would be a better story as well. But definitely gonna put it on the watch list. Definitely gonna put it on the watch list. Why? Well, because the strong momentum is continuing. See this candle? It's looking really, really nice. It's looking really high probability. So I like this price action. Push, pullback, break of the high with momentum. And let's see if in the next couple of hours we can get a nice clean flag, nice small tight flag, or if we can get a pullback, break of the high, retest. Okay, so let's see if we can get an entry. Definitely looking for entries. This looks very high probability, and I really, really like the momentum here. Very nice. Okay. Pound. Whoa, pound is looking really good as well. So we were a bit flat. This was flat. But then we are starting to push a lot here. Okay. So this is starting to look really, really good. Definitely on the watch list. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, back. Martin says, I understand your point. Thanks. Yeah, no worries, Martin. So for me, the gaps are closed. Wen has got 16 positions on JPY. He's been adding them along the way. So if intervention happens, will be very painful. I know what you mean, but stick to your plan. You must stick to your plan. So you feel just stick to my plans, and if BOJ intervenes, then so be it. Yeah, I mean, we cannot control the markets. Okay, no one knows what will happen in the next couple of hours or even in the next couple of days, right? No one knows. No one knows for certain. No one in this world can tell you if this candle is going to finish at this level or like this or like this. Okay, no one knows, right? But we know of a large sample size. So we know if we take 100 flags after a large momentum like this, if we take 100 setups that look like this with a big push and a clean flag, we will make money, right? Most of those will be nice winners, right? So that is what we definitely know will happen. So we do not know the outcome of one trade, but we can say the outcome of 100 trades, right? We can predict with probabilities an outcome of taking 100 of these setups. Yeah, so basically just stick to your plan. Stick to your plan, keep the trailing stop loss, and good luck. Okay. Aulaman, when do you enter your trades? Do you put an alarm for your key zones? Sometimes, yeah, for the liquidity sweep, for example. Let me tell you. Right here. Okay, right here. I told you I was looking for a liquidity sweep. So I saw a flat range. I was looking for a sweep of this level. So I did have my alarm here, right? And it actually did go off. I did this. Where's the setting alarm? Not sure. Doesn't matter. So I think because we're in replay mode, it doesn't let me place alarms. But basically, I had an alarm on this level. Then it got broken here. And then I was looking for an entry for a liquidity sweep. I was looking for a big bearish candle, but unfortunately, it never happened, right? Instead, this happened, so no entry. Back to the pound. Definitely on the watch list, looking for buy setups. It's looking very, very clean. I'm looking for a flag or pullback, break of the high, retest. So looking for buy setups on the pound. It's looking very, very high probability, very, very interesting. Let me just analyze this in the prior price action. I did like this. It was looking nice. Okay. So what did I like about it? Well, basically, descending, After a descending channel, I expect the price to start an uptrend, right? I expect this to happen, which is exactly what started happening. So I was very, very interested in buy setups. I was looking for a clean flag like this, or pullback, break of the high, retest of the high. So that was definitely on my radar, but it never happened, unfortunately. Never happened. Instead, price broke the high, never formed the flag, right? Never formed it. Broke the high, not a lot of momentum, retraced, thus negating all of the setups. So that was not good. But now it's starting to clean up, and it is definitely on the watch list. NJ is the next one on my list, so I live trade these 6 currency pairs. These ones I just do for fun, and I am currently backtesting gold and the S&P to actually employ my trending entries on these instruments, but I'm not live trading them. I'm only live trading these 6 currency pairs. Okay. Thanks, Marco. Great advices. I'm from Australia. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Nice. What part of Australia are you from? Australia is cool. Andrew, but the intervention itself is still not happening. If it's making sense on your plan, I think it's still okay to take it. Yeah, again, I'm not sure about the fundamentals. I'm a purely technical trader. Yes, I know about news. I know about the calendars. I know about the high impact news because of prop firms. Of course, you cannot trade through high impact news on some prop firms. But I want to keep my mind clear. I want to keep it simple, and I'm only focusing on the technicals. So I'm not sure if the BOJ intervention is happening, Bank of Japan. I know they had a lot of news announcements in the past couple of months. And if you look at the JPY pairs, look at this. Okay, there is definitely some movement, right? Look at the daily. See this? Now that is definitely a sign of something cooking. So the Japanese yen is losing a lot of value. See, this is the euro against the Japanese yen, and it used to be here. It used to be that 1 euro was worth 96 yen, but now 1 euro is worth 174 yen. Okay, so it doubled in the last, what is it, 10 years, 12 years? So there's definitely something going on, which is good. Us traders, we love trends. Okay, we definitely love trends. We make most of our money in trending markets. My biggest trades come from trending markets. I do have range bound entries, the liquidity sweep, but I make much more percentage with my trending entries. If you look at AJ, same story, big uptrend. See, big uptrend. Oh, this would be a nice entry. If this happened on the 1 hour, it would be perfect. This would be perfect on the 1 hour chart, right? Absolutely perfect, because large impulse, 1 candle pullback, break of the high, a lot of momentum. See? So large impulse, pullback, 1 candle pullback, no selling pressure. We break the high, clean close, big candle, strong break of the high. I would place my order on the top of the inside bar, and that would be my game plan. So because of this formation, I'm expecting more upside, but I'm not trading the daily, I'm trading the 1 hour. NJ, same story, in a definite uptrend. Back to the 1 hour. Let's see if there are any more messages. No? Okay, cool. Let me just check something out. Hide this. Okay, we can continue. So NJ, final one on my list for live trading. Okay, that is the final one. And what am I seeing? Well, power price action is pretty shit on this 1 hour chart at least. See, very choppy. I'm seeing a ascending channel right here going into a descending, into another ascending, and that is not good. That is a telltale sign of a range bound market. So I don't see much potential on NJ. Just compare this momentum. See, compare this momentum to this, right? Can you see the difference? Can you spot the difference? This is much bigger. This is much more convincing, much bigger, a lot more buying pressure, much more likely to continue the uptrend as well. So on NJ, I'm not going to put it on the watch list, and I'm being more patient. What I want to see, what is my forecast? I want to see this. Okay, I want to see price continue. I want to see a nice bullish candle. Then I will look for buy setups. Then I will look for a flag or a nice break of the high retest, right? So that's it. Now, did I take any trades in the last 7 days? No, I didn't, because I usually do my forecast and I do the trade recap. If I took any trades, they would be on the chart, and I would go through them. So basically, in the last week, I did not take any trades. Nothing was forming. Markets were pretty slow in the last couple of weeks, and the last month was pretty slow as well. I mostly employed my range bound entries. So I mostly employed the liquidity sweep entry, but the trending entries, I didn't take much. I took maybe one or two, and they were a loss. So this is good to see. I love to see this. See, it doesn't happen that often, but when you see it, it's definitely worth getting in these trends. EJ's shit. Yeah, I didn't put it on the watch list. AU is looking nice. Not as good as EU or GU, but has potential. AJ is looking nice as well. I like the momentum and definitely interested in buy setups. Pound, very good, very clean. It would have been very cool if we could have gotten on a nice flag setup, as I said here, but it never formed. Okay, we never got the full formation because this level was never broken. This level was never broken. So we never got the first high, first low, second high, we never got the second low. It is what it is. Part of the game. Sometimes markets will fly without us. We just need to stick through it. Okay, Andrew, Marco, since you're trying various prop firms, do you think it's wise if us prop traders try to be under the radar by withdrawing conservatively rather than pulling big payouts? Yeah, if you can do it, for sure, 100%. Look, Griff and Nico made like $100,000 in profit on FTMO back in January of 2023. January 2023 was a huge month for us. We made like 60 or 70% profit. It was massive. So they both made 100K. So combined, they made 200K. It was so big that their payout got rejected. They actually got accused of, I believe, copy trading, because we are trading on the 1 hour chart. We are trading the same sort of instruments, similar entries. So we're kind of taking similar trades as well. They saw it and they used that as an excuse for not paying them out. That was awful, right? For them, it was absolutely awful. They did get a part of the money in the end, I believe. But again, if you're going to make 100K on a prop firm, don't really expect to get paid out. So if you can, keep it under 10K. I think keeping a payout under 10K should be pretty safe. Most of those payouts, like 2K, 3K, 5K, they just get approved automatically, right? So the guy that scans the payouts, he just clicks approved. Then he finds a 50K payout and he's like, oh, what is this? We need to check this, right? That is how it usually goes. If you can, keep it under the radar, because the prop firms are not taking your trades. So the prop firms are basically a casino, okay? they make all of their revenue from the failed challenge fees. And the winning traders get paid out straight out of the prop firm owner pocket, right? So the winning traders get paid out of the failed challenge fees. It is not in FTMO's best, or any prop firm's best interest to pay you out, because they are losing money when you make money. That's the game. Martin, and around the 4% in FTMO in order to get into the prime status. I'm not sure what the prime status is. I haven't heard about it before. So if you can explain that a little bit more. The Sheikh family, but FTMO always paying out even higher payouts. Yeah, they are. But at that time, there were like 10 traders that took a similar entry on the Euro Japanese yen and the Aussie Japanese yen. Again, because we're all trading a very similar strategy. So it was just a case where they got accused of copy trading, but they weren't really copy trading. It was just a high probability setup. And at that time, maybe FTMO did not have all of the funds to pay people out. We never know what actually happened, but we do know that if they had a smaller payout, if they made less money, they probably would have been okay, because they did end up receiving a smaller amount in the end. Okay, they didn't get the full 100K, they got just a part of the 100K. So it would have been better if they kept it under the radar a little bit. But yes, they are paying out some massive payouts. So Griff made 100K and Nico made 100K. I believe somewhere around that. Martin, not failed accounts in last 4 months, for withdrawal of at least 4% and an active account at the time. Okay, so that is something like a premium FTMO status. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I don't have it. Nico doesn't have it. Griff doesn't have it. So I don't know anyone that actually has the prime status. But it seems like a cool thing if you can get to the prime status, right? Seems pretty cool. Andrew, thank you for your insight, Mark. I appreciate you speaking what's on your mind, not sugarcoating it. Yeah, it's the only way I can make live streams, right? I just do not like when people pretend something is different than it actually is. So prop firms, they are not that fair. They are a casino. They do not want you to make money, okay? They do not want to pay you out. When you make money, they directly lose money. So be careful. That doesn't mean you cannot use prop firms. Prop firms are great. Prop firms are awesome if you're a good trader, have a good trading edge, know what you're doing, and can make consistent money in the markets. You can extract a lot of profits from prop firms, but you need to be aware who you are dealing with, right? You need to know all of the facts. So prop firms are great, but you need to be very careful. And you need to stick to the big guys. Don't go to the smaller ones, the new ones, the shitty ones, the scammy ones, the budget ones, the discount ones, the very cheap ones, right? Go to the big guys, FTMO, 5%ers, that's it. Yes, you're going to pay a lot of money, but you're going to get the best product. Best spreads, best accounts, best support, actual payouts. Yeah. Okay, so since we finished the 6 currency pairs, I still want to do some of these. I want to do gold, definitely. Whoa, it's looking pretty good. Andrew, with prop firms dropping left and right, it is unnerving, but I guess that's that. The ultimate goal is still personal account. Yeah, 100%. Personal account and Darwinex as well. Darwinex is really good for building a track record and for attracting investor capital, because you're basically running a small hedge fund, right? So you get the account, you trade, you pass the calibration phase, you get potentially funds from Darwinex, and then you open up a small hedge fund under Darwinex, and then you can attract outside investors. So if your friend says, I want to invest in you, I like what you're doing, I like your results, you tell them, well, go to Darwinex, search my ticker, my, let's say, hedge fund ticker, and put in however much you want. It's legal as well, right? It's regulated, it's legal. So It's cool. But yeah, I would say personal account is your number one thing, right? Personal account is yours. No one can take it away from you. It's the safest. If you go with a regulated broker, that is. So don't go with an unregulated broker. You must go with a regulated broker. But it's always your number one priority. It's the best thing. The Czech family, BFP, is that bespoke funding program, or I'm not sure. So BFP has not refunded me since December 2023. Those guys are a scam. Yeah. That happens very often. Like 90%. Okay, so bespoke funding program. I heard a lot of bad things about them. You need to be really careful. 90% of the prop firms are super shit, and most of them either have disappeared or will disappear, except the two ones that I'm talking about. I mean, they may disappear, but I have the most confidence and the most trust that they will still be here in the next couple of years. FTMO 5%ers. There's no guarantee, but they offer the best product right now. Toadface, I can't trade those because I'm a US resident, unfortunately. Yeah, you must stick to the futures preference. I know there are options where you can kind of fool the preference that you're not really from the US. I would avoid that. I would definitely not do that. So for you, I would recommend sticking to the futures preference and building your personal account, right? So definitely building the personal account. Martin, Prime, Supreme, and Quant Lane are the improvements in FTMO. Sounds maybe too good to be true. I'll let you know when I get there. Yeah, sure. Definitely let me know. I haven't heard much about it. Sounds very interesting. I need to check it out. I'm usually on top of these things. I think I heard something about this Quant Lane term, but yeah, I need to check it out. Andrew, I'm still learning about how DarwinX manage the risk and how do they choose traders. With me still going in drawdown, even though by Profirm rules I may still be fine, but with DarwinX I won't last. If you have a good edge, if you have a backtested strategy, if you know what you're doing, if you backtest the strategy in the last 3 to 5 years and it works, and if you have been trading in the live markets for at least a year and have made money, then there is no reason for you to not do DarwinX, right? Because if you can make money in a year, it pays off to do DarwinX. So they basically choose traders according to their performance numbers. It's not just one number. It's not just the return. It is the return. It is the drawdown. It is the number of trades, activity, not instruments, but I think like holding of trades. How long are you holding trades? Return to drawdown ratios. That is very important, right? That is the most important, I would say. So return to drawdown, if your return is 20%, but your max drawdown is 40% or 60%, it's not good. It's really not good. So that is very problematic. You should have at least a one-to-one, right? Anything above one-to-one is going to be very good, but anything below one-to-one is going to be very shit. It's going to be a problem. Okay, so let's do gold. Let's quickly do gold. Here we have 1 hour chart of gold. We had a range, but now we're starting to push out, right? So this is looking nice, has potential. I like the uptrend. It is definitely a lot of momentum. I like the price action. So if I was trading this in my back testing, for example, I will be looking to see what will happen here. I'll look for an entry, either a continuation or break and retest, same thing, different name, or a flag. Okay, so I would definitely look for a buy entry on gold right here. Also, the candle closed, right? Let's see what happened. So the candle closed and we left a wick. That's unfortunate, but I'm still looking for entries. If we can get a nice range, because usually when you see a large wick, you're gonna get a range. If we get a nice range, I'll look for a flag. Or if we pull back a little bit, I'll look for a strong break of the high and then a retest. That is definitely gonna be on my radar. EJ, pretty shit with this huge wick. It's not a good story. AU, huge wick, coming from a big fat range. Not really a good story. Let me just see the 4 hour. Okay, let me see the daily. Yeah, this may be just a liquidity sweep on the daily. Although I'm not looking at the daily for my analysis, it's interesting to watch. So if we get a red candle here, this may drop all the way back to the lows. All right. So AU, I'm not... Okay, I'm going to keep it on the watch list. AJ, still looking nice. I want to see a break and retest like this. Big push up. Retest of the high. Because this candle is counter trend, it is a small pullback. So I'm looking for buy setups. Or maybe a nice flag. Would like that as well. Pound looks okay. Yeah, large wick. But I would still take a flag if we get a range. So if you get something like this, I would definitely be interested. Or maybe a nice break of the high and then a retest. That would be high probability as well. And NJ is still pretty shitty. Okay. Still not looking the best. Maybe this can break the high. Clean close. And then retest. Maybe that happens, I'll look for buy setups. But I need to see that strong momentum. I really need to see a big bullish candle. Definitely. So, we still have the S&P left. We're going to do it. We have some messages as well. So Travis is in the US, currently in phase 2 of 200K account with Funding Frontier. They are UAE based. Just have my fingers crossed that I may get paid out one day. Yeah, look, I haven't heard about them, but if they are accepting US clients, it's not really a good story. I mean, you guys from the US are kind of banned from MetaTrader, kind of banned from Forex prop firms. You're only allowed CFDs. So if you do not get a payout, maybe you can do the chargeback process. You can definitely request a chargeback. Make sure for every single prop firm, make sure you're paying by credit card. Do not pay by crypto. Pay by credit card, because if they scam you, you can request a chargeback process and you can get your money back. Okay. With my Forex funds, I paid with my credit card, requested a chargeback, got my money back when they basically went under. Okay. So make sure you pay by credit card. Martin, hey Andrew, I quit twice from Darwinex as it does not suit my style. I made like 4% with 7% DD in 2 weeks, and my multiplicator went down to 0.55. I don't know what else they wanted, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure what is happening in that risk engine. There is a calculation online. I have seen it. So if you want to learn more, I made a video on Darwinex. Check out my channel, go to videos, search for Darwinex. And in the video, I did go through the risk engine. Darwinex for sure will lower your risk by dividing the lot size you operate. Yeah, most of the time. So question about Darwinex. I like to trade my personal account with a high risk, 5% per trade. Could I copy to Darwinex anyways, or would that be an issue? You can copy. You can copy. But what I recommend using a trade copier that basically lowers your risk on the slave account. So your master personal account is gonna risk 5% per trade, but using Traders Connect trade copier, you can lower it to 1% per trade on the DarwinX account. Very easy to set up. If you want to do it, I have a video on that as well. Check out my channel, type in Traders Connect, and there will be a tutorial that I made how to set up the trade copier and how to do the risk multiplicator as well. Okay, hope that helps. Travis says, thanks, Marco. Yeah, no worries, Travis. Basically what I do with the props. So you risk 5% on props as well? That is interesting. Tim says, yeah, definitely going to use that trade copier. Yeah, Traders Connect is the best. Fastest, most reliable, best support. Never had an issue, so yeah. Did you ever have experience with Heiken Ashi and Renko candles? Are they worthless or maybe nice to investigate? I looked into it a little bit. But it was not that good. Okay, I like the classic candles more. I like these candles more. For me, I want to keep it simple. I do not want to change my approach too much because I have a good trading edge. I have a good plan. I know what I'm doing and I'm making good percentage. So I do not want to add more factors into the mix, especially changing the candle type. I think it's here. Yeah, it should be here. Heiken Ashi. Not for me. So the Sheikh family says, no, I risk 5% on my personal account and use copier with the 1% risk on props. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so basically do the same thing for DarwinX. That is how I would personally set it up. Thoughts on gold currently? Yeah, I'm gonna do gold. Definitely just gonna fill up some more water. Okay, got the water. Gold, 1 hour, it's good. I like the uptrend. I like the momentum. It's looking high probability. It's looking nice. I would look for buy setups. I'm not trading it live. If I was, I would look for a break and retest or a nice flag right here. Okay. 4 hour, very bullish. Actually, not that bullish, but I like this. I like this leg, so my bias is for this to go up. Daily is very range bound, very flat. Yes, we had this big uptrend, very nice, very strong uptrend. But overall, it is very, very flat. So now, for me, this is very range bound. I would not be surprised if we retest these highs. Okay, so looks like it is just moving from one extreme to another, right? Moving like this. So this is my forecast on the daily. So 1 hour bullish bias, 4 hour bullish bias, daily range bound bias. I do expect for this to continue though. So I'm looking at this high. If we can break this high with a lot of conviction, a lot of momentum, then I would definitely be interested in buy setups. Because if you jump to the weekly, for example, it's looking very nice, right? Maybe even the monthly. Yeah, monthly is good. I like it. Definite uptrend. And now the one I wanted to do is the S&P. So S&P on the 1 hour flat. Actually, I'm seeing some momentum here. Flag setup. Yeah, there's a flag setup. See, this is a flag. Very clean one as well. Very nice, very clean. First high, first low, second high, second low. Blue candle is the entry candle. See, this low is lower than this one. Minus 1.2 pips. Yeah, it's lower. This is a very clean flag. I would take this live if I was trading this pair. So this is looking very, very nice. Or if I was trading this instrument, sorry, this is not a currency pair. This is an instrument. Then it would break the high. I would move the stop loss underneath the low, and I would probably get stopped out. But I still like this. I still like the momentum. So my bias is for this to go up. Let's see if the bullish momentum can continue. So we had a big push up. So nice push up, pull back, nice push, flag, bit of a range. I want to see another leg of momentum. And then I would be interested in buy setups, at least in my backtesting, because I am currently backtesting the S&P. I'm basically employing my trending entries on the S&P and gold and seeing what happens. Got some good results with S&P. Gold, not that much. When you factor in the spreads and the commission and missed trades, because backtesting is always going to have better results than live trading, okay? Always, because in live trading, you will be missing setups, you will be over trading, you will take some shitty setups as well, and you must prepare for that. You must put it in your calculations. It's going to happen. 4 hour, flat, a bit flat. Daily, it's nice. Daily is nice. Whoa, big push. Big push on the daily. Very, very bullish scenario. Okay, I remember when we broke this high. How much did it move? 4.74%. That's nice. And that is the exact reason why you should have a portion of your capital invested in an S&P fund. Okay, so just buy the S&P and hold it. That is a very, very good game plan to any money that you have set aside, rather than it sitting in your bank account losing its value through inflation. Because guess what? Every year, inflation eats a couple of percent of your capital, right? So as money loses value, your savings lose value as well. So it is much better to keep your funds in an S&P fund and make, I think it's 8% average per year, something like that. I think it's 8%. So every year on a big sample size, on like 10 years or 50 years, you're making 8% gains. Now, adjusted to inflation, I think it's going to be a bit lower, because inflation is going to be 2%, 3%, maybe even 4%, but it's still going to be a good profit. I think it would yield good results, since I feel indices and metals are more trending than currency pairs. Yeah, that's exactly what I was seeing, Andrew. I had the same thing in my mind. S&P, look at it. I mean, on the daily, it's trending most of the time. Right? Look at these big moves. Very, very high probability. Very, very nice. And I have taken some very nice and big trades in the last 3 years of backtesting. Still doing it, but for now, it's promising. Back to the 1 hour. Okay. Let me see what's happening. Nothing much. Yeah, nothing much. Pound, possibly. You know what the best setup on the pound is? This one. Push up, one candle pullback like this, and then a break of the high with a clean close. Okay, strong break of the high, clean close. That is a textbook no-brainer setup on the pound. I love trading those setups. If that happens, my order will be on. So if this happens, my order will be on for a break and retest like this, 100% every day, all day. Okay, we're nearing the end of the stream. So if you have any final questions, put them in the chat right now and I'll cover them. But basically, that would be it for today. We went through all of my live trading pairs and through some of the live stream pairs as well. Silver pushing up, NASDAQ pushing up as well. Bitcoin. Let me do Bitcoin. A bit bearish on the 1 hour. Yeah, no worries, Tom. Thank you very much for watching and thank you very much for the feedback. It really means a lot. Thank you, Travis. Yeah, I'll try to do it every single week. That is my game plan. Okay, so once per week on a Wednesday, 4 p.m. CET time. That is 3 p.m. London time, I believe. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Thank you very much for watching. Let's just finish up Bitcoin and then I'll wrap it up. So Bitcoin on the 1 hour in a downtrend, but not looking that good. 4 hour, kind of flat, kind of flattening out here. Daily, yeah, not a good story. If you're a crypto bull, if this level fails, you're kind of, we can expect more downside, let's say. We can expect a big drop. I at least forecasted. If the high breaks with a lot of momentum, then yes, it's a bull case. But until we break this high or this low, I think we're just gonna range around like this. So let's look at the key levels. Thank you, Ayush. Tom, also do this on X. Yeah, I'll definitely consider it. Andrew, thank you, Mark. We'll be waiting for your video dissection on Darwin X soon. Yeah, it's coming up 100%. Definitely. Simultaneous stream. Yeah, I think Trader Nick does that. I'll definitely look into that option. Again, thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys next Wednesday. Prepare any questions you have, any instruments you want me to analyze. I'm taking requests, okay? Once I do my 6 pairs, then it's request time, and I will do absolutely anything if it's on TradingView, okay? Andrew, I find it strange that even though non-US currency appreciate the news today, but BTC doesn't move up. BTC, Bitcoin is a bit weird, okay? It doesn't really follow the fundamentals. It's not really correlated with currencies, I think. It may be correlated with stocks a little bit because it's a risk on asset. It is definitely a risk on asset. So stocks are a big risk on asset. Bitcoin is a little bit correlated with stocks. Okay. Currency is not that much. So that would be it for this live stream. See you guys in the next one.